Good morning. I'm Dr. Raju V. I'm going to discuss the concept demand analysis and demand forecasting. This concept, demand analysis, as well as forecasting, consists of subtopics, namely, demand, meaning of demand, again, law of demand, followed by factors affecting increase and decrease in demand. Further sub concept could be types of demand, wherein change in demand, demand forecasting, elastic demand, and types we need to focus. First of all, we should know the meaning of demand. What is demand? Demand is a desire backed by purchasing power. When a person has only a desire, we cannot coin the term demand. Is it? Because in economics, demand is a desire backed by purchasing power. A consumer or a person, needs to have a desire backed by purchasing power. Again, law of demand. What is law of demand? Law of demand, states that as and when price increases, demand falls, and vice versa. Which means that when price falls, demand increases. This has been called, inverse relation between, quantity demanded and price. Okay. See, in the next slide, again, just we could see the meaning of demand systematically. Demand, as we know, this is an economic principle which describes a consumer's, desire and willingness to pay a price for a specific good or service. Okay, as we discussed earlier, price and demand. Here, consumers' willingness backed by purchasing power. That is very much important. A desire backed by ability to pay. That is very much important. Okay, like that. At this juncture, there are three elements of demand, namely desire to acquire a commodity and willingness to pay a price for it, further ability to pay for it. All these three elements are going to, determine, the volume of demand. Okay, these are the important elements of demand, of course. And law of demand, just now I have told you meaning. Okay, law of demand is nothing but, when price decreases, demand increases, and when price increases, the demand, decreases or contracts. Okay, this is somewhat, kind of opposite relation between quantity demanded and price. Okay, and there are a few factors those are going to affect, those are going to impact, on demand, due to which demand increases as well as reduces. Let's have a look on, let's have a focus on all these factors. Those are affecting, demand. First of all, change in fashion. Okay, change in fashion in the sense, people, whenever, they are, what we say, subject to particular lifestyles, particular fashions, then, demand is, of course, inelastic. Whenever people lifestyles, their fashion is going to, vary, even demand will get to vary. Another important factor which is going to impact on demand, due to which demand sometimes hikes, sometimes falls, is that change in taste, change in taste and preferences. Okay, whenever people they keep on what we say, changing their taste and preferences, demand will be elastic. Demand will be elastic. When the people they go for similar goods, they will have similar types of taste and preferences. Demand will be inelastic. Thirdly, change in population. When population has been more, okay, demand obviously high. When population is less, obviously demand is low, because more population means more number of customers, consumers, so quantity of demand is high, and vice versa. And next comes income of the people. Fortunately, when the people have got more income, obviously quantity of demand is high, because there is an increase ability to pay. When people they do not have any sort of income, okay, less income they have got, obviously ability to pay is less, and therefore demand also contracts. Next is availability of substitutes. What is availability of substitutes? We should know the meaning of substitutes. Substitutes means related goods. Okay, for example, coffee and tea. When the price of coffee increases, people they substitute for tea. Okay, when of course, sugar, another example, that is sugar and jaggery. When the price of sugar increases, then immediately customers are going to substitute, jaggery, okay, like that. And there are certain goods which do not have any kind of substitutes, then, demand is always high only. For example, fuel resources. For petroleum resources, there is no any exact substitute. So whatever the petrol vendors they fix every day, their hiking price, still demand is high. Okay. Next is that availability of complementary goods. Okay. Again, here in case of certain commodities, there is availability of complementary goods, and there is of course non-availability of complementary goods also. For example, that too we should know what is complementary goods, like car and fuel, okay, or pen and ink, okay, or shoe and socks. Okay, there are many things. Okay, you could take a famous example, that is, automobiles and fuel. Okay, here what will happen is, whenever demand for automobiles increase, automatically demand for fuel increases. Okay, because we need fuel to run automobiles, and whenever the demand for automobiles reduce, okay, demand for fuel also will get reduced, because when people are not using vehicles, okay, demand for fuel also get reduced. Like that we have to analyze. Again, next comes another important factor which is going to impact on demand is that advertisement. Whenever there is an effective advertisement, obviously quantity of demand enhances. Whenever there is lack of advertisement publicity, automatically demand reduces. And next is the technical progress. Fortunately, if there is any technical advancement, innovation, you know, due to invention of a new product, quality products, demand increases. When the entrepreneurs are going to supply, outdated products, demand, will get reduced. And next is that change in real income. Okay, change in real income, of course, is also going to, impact on demand. Okay, like that it goes.